So, during all the recordings over some of these videos, you will hear a fan in the background. It's day 7 of my surgery, and I have a fan blowing on me. Okay, please bear with me because I'm still very tired. This is everything I've packed before my surgery, day before. My night masks to help sleep when the lights are on. They told me to bring a case for my glasses, ID. I was told lip chap is very important. And to be honest, I didn't even get to use any of these items. That's my bag. The robe is very necessary. And I didn't even use this. Didn't even get to drink that. It's honestly disgusting. Haven't tried this yet. Didn't even use this. Didn't use this either because it's too soon and the tape is still on from the hospital. This I have been drinking with water, and that's for my dermal I had removed. And this I don't use at all. It's for my bed rest chair. As you can see, this came very, very helpful the first 4 to 5 days. But after 5 days, let me tell you, your back and butt is going to be in so much pain. And this helped as well to watch movies on my laptop. And there's biscuits. They told me to wash with antibacterial soap the day before. And this is everything that I bought to prepare for the surgery. You can see a bunch of broths. This I'm not able to eat for weeks, but all these protein shakes come in handy. These protein shakers are great. And then this I used a lot prior to my surgery because on the 2-week liquid diet, I was drinking most of these. I can't currently drink them now because I'm on clear liquids, but I will start tomorrow if my stomach handles it well. I do not want to push myself. I got caramel, vanilla, chocolate, and these strawberry ones are disgusting, but they're watery, so I know it's going to go down easier than the thicker liquids. And all my jellos, to be honest with you, I'm not a fan of the cheesecake. The only one I happened to really enjoy was the vanilla and chocolate. And I had tried banana, and that was just too much as well. This is what I got to start my vitamins, because I won't be able to take pills. I got liquid vitamins. So this should help me on day 7. I'm actually supposed to take it today, later. And this, I'm not sure when I'm going to start taking it, but it's got really good reviews on Amazon, and it's to help from hair loss. And you are to expect some hair loss from the loss of nutrients throughout the surgery. And this is kind of just a breakdown of my Airbnb and where I'm going to be staying while I recover. And I could kind of just show you what it looks like. So I'm very close to a restroom. So it's now 2 in the morning, and I am going to take my last shower for a while. And this video is just simply a video kind of just showing what I look like at the moment. I had my mom braid my hair, one to each side, so I wouldn't be laying on my hair. And then I also have a patch over where my dermal was recently removed, so I wouldn't have any open sores or open anything during the surgery. And right now I just finished my shower, I've gotten dressed, and now I am brushing my teeth, and I just kind of want to take a video to kind of show, what I currently look like at the moment. So you could see what I look like a day before surgery. I'm also taking photos, day by day, but I just wanted to show you guys. It's now 2:46. I woke up at 2:30, took a shower, brushed my teeth. I already packed my bag. So basically, I am just going to get my little stuff together. And here we go. Alright, so I just woke up not too long ago. Bags are packed. Cats are all curious. Talia wants to go back to sleep. I'm not filming you. She wants to go back to sleep, but I said I was gonna record everything, so I am recording everything. I had a really strange, sorry, it's 3 in the morning. I had a really strange dream last night where I was with like a group of like motorcycle riders, and I was on the back of someone's motorcycle, and like I guess a car T-boned the group, and then everyone died. Like pretty much everybody died except for like me and like 3 or 4 other ladies. And then where everybody was like laid out on the ground, it was literally to the right of the hospital where I had to get surgery done. And so we were all crying and upset. We couldn't believe like everybody's dead and that we survived. And then like 30 minutes passed by and police are there, obviously, like to tend to what happened. And then I kind of looked at the other girls and it was like, I have to go. I have to leave. I'm late for my surgery. And so I started walking next door to the hospital to go in for this surgery that I'm having. And then I woke up. Weirdest thing ever. And it's not like I left somebody like I really knew. It was like a group of friends, but it wasn't like a boyfriend or something like that. It was just weird. It was just, I don't know how to explain it. The guy I was riding behind, he had a girlfriend somewhere in the group. Like they were just giving me a ride to the hospital, basically. I don't know how to interpret that dream. Maybe they were all my guardian angels or something. I don't know, but it was weird. So I just wanted to share that because I said I was going to be transparent about everything in the surgery. So I am filming everything from dreams to, yeah, everything. So see you later. Okay, so here we are leaving the house. I think it's about 3:30, 3:45, something like that. And my dad is taking me, and so is my daughter. She is not going to school today because she just wanted to be there to drop me off. So here we go. So I'm here at the hospital, and this morning has been a fucking shit show, to be honest with you. I was called last week by somebody on the registration who told me that I had to be here by 5:30 and even show up an hour early because the surgery was at 5:30. So I got up at 3 a.m. this morning, took a shower, got down here by 4, and then my dad started to be petty and Mr. Pissy Pants because I said he couldn't stay. He's like, no, I brought my stuff, we're gonna stay, we're gonna wait till you get out of surgery. And I said, no, they already told me over the phone, there's no visitors until after 10 a.m. And his whole mood switched and he started getting cranky and nasty in the car on the way over here. And I really don't care about sharing my business because I told everybody I was gonna be like extremely transparent from day one about this whole surgery and my journey through this whole thing. So not only did he not even try to attempt to find the main entrance, he dropped me off at the ER. And so I had to go inside and then ask where the main entrance was because he just pissed and left. And then I come in the ER and then they tell me the place doesn't open till 5:30. So I walk around the corner to go check it, which is like around the hospital to the front, and then I find that main entrance and it's closed. So I come back here and it's 4 o'clock and I wait an hour till about 5, and I decided, because I saw the security guard that left, told me it opened at 5:30, to ask somebody at the actual main desk, like, what's going on, you know, inside the ER. Which I'm not even comfortable sitting in here right now because I'm not trying to be around germs before I go into a surgery. And I'm trying to not stress, because I know stress is really bad before surgery, but it's really hard with everything that's happening right now. So I asked the nice lady at the desk, like, okay, I got a phone call from the registration lady last week, and they told me my surgery's at 5:30 and to show up a little early. And I said over the phone with this lady, is an hour good enough? And she said, yes, that's fine. So the lady looks at me crazy. She's like, they don't even open till 6, sometimes 5:30, but they don't even open till 6. So long story short, I'm now waiting in the ER. It's currently, I think it's a little after 5 o'clock. I'm not even gonna check because I don't even wanna exit this video right now. And then, basically I was told that I can start walking over there at like 5:30 and they'll try and get me checked in early. But this is the kicker. This is the fucking kicker. She tells me she calls somebody, like a supervisor at the main entrance over there. They're like, she's not even scheduled till 7:30. 7:30. And I got up at 3 a.m. to be here for this shit. So right now, I'm really fucking pissed between my dad acting like a brat and then now finding out my surgery's not at 5:30, it's at 7:30, and I'm waiting in a fucking dirty, germy ER. So the morning's not going well, but I prepared for things like this to happen, and this is exactly why I told my dad, do not stick around, because things like this can happen. You know, they say one thing and then it ends up being another. And my surgery could have been at 5:30, and then there could have been other things going on, and then it could have been pushed to 7:30. That's why people don't stay. You fucking drop me off, you go home, and then you come back at visiting hours when you're supposed to visit. But no, he wanted to be a brat. I got dropped here at the ER, and now I'm waiting for hopefully just another 30 minutes and not another hour. But the mornings are going good so far, so I just hope they give me some good drugs and everything goes smoothly, because I'm not having a good morning between the dream that I had, this situation, and just, you know, the fear of complications. So this fucking sucks. This really fucking sucks. I'm exhausted. So I'm sitting in the furthest corner of the ER, away from everybody else, so I don't pick up any germs. I'm not touching shit in here, and this is the current situation. So I will check back in when something else pops up. So pissed right now. So just about 30 minutes or 45 minutes later, I went to the front desk and I spoke to the woman at the front desk of the ER, and I told her my situation besides the security guards, and she basically was trying to call people to get to walk me down to the pavilion, is what she said, which is where the surgery room is. And on the way down to the pavilion, she asked me what I was in there for surgery, and to be honest with you, this lady was a saint. She calmed me down so much. I told her I was in there for the gastric sleeve, and the first thing she said was, you're not even that big. And then the second thing she said was, I had the surgery 5 years ago, and I was really, really big, and my mom just got it last year. So hearing that really did calm my nerves a lot, especially after everything that happened this morning. So now I'm heading to the place to give my insurance and ID information, and then I'm going to be in a waiting room where they'll call me in next to get ready for the surgery. So they took my personal information, and now I'm here to change into these items. I have a hairnet, socks, a gown. I have to wipe my entire body with these wipies, and then all my current clothes and shoes go into these bags. So here I am in the bathroom. Look how sexy I look. So now I went out there and she told me that I couldn't wear underwear. But I am being transparent with you guys. I literally just started my period yesterday, which, you know, lucky me. So they gave me a pad and a pair of their sexy undies. I just found these really ugly, funny. But cool thing is, this gown I'm wearing, they actually attach a tube to it, which heats and like puffs you up like the Michelin Man, and it's all completely hot air. They now have me hooked up to the EKG. They have taped all over my plastic replacement earrings because you can't wear any metal. So I put plastic replacement earrings in place. So they taped over it so it wouldn't be a bother for the breathing tube. So one thing I obviously couldn't video, but I did want to add because I think it's important. When I got back, they basically said, you know, we're ready to take you to surgery now. And I couldn't believe how quickly they got me ready and got me ready to take me in. I will say before I left to go to the surgery room, the room felt more crowded than it was. It was only 2 ladies in there. It was the anesthesiologist and the lady who got me dressed and all hooked up. But it felt like I had at least a crowd of 10 people in there. And I think that was some kind of like intuition of my guardian angels and like family members that have passed on, kind of making me feel that they were there and present and there to be there with me. Then when I got into the surgery room, it basically looked like a scene from Saw. It was all these metal instruments hanging all over the place, everybody in these blue gowns. You couldn't see their faces or any of their body. And then she told me she was going to give me the sleepy medicine first, and then I would get the anesthesia. But when she put the sleepy medicine in first, I was already out. And then I just don't remember anything after that until I woke up. Very vaguely do I remember waking up in the post-surgery room. I wasn't awake for very long, but I remember waking up. I couldn't open my eyes. I was in a ton of pain and I couldn't talk because I guess the breathing tube was recently removed. And so I couldn't speak. And all I kept doing was tapping my arm on the side of the bed, trying to get someone's attention because I was in so much pain. And the guy kept saying, "You need to speak. You have to ask for pain medicine. You can't just tap the bed. You have to say something." It took everything in me to say pain, just the word pain. And then I could feel that he gave me something very strong, whether if it was morphine or Dilaudid. And then I remember passing back out very shortly. And then waking up again, and he's still there watching over me, watching my heart rate, watching all my vitals. And then I heard like a man, just like little couple like walls over from me, and they're not walls, they're like curtains, you know, screaming his lungs out in pain. And all I remember before passing out for a second time was whoever it was, a doctor or nurse in front of me saying, "I wish all my patients were like you." And that's the last thing I remember. And then the next time I woke up, I was in my actual room that I would be healing in. Now, this picture was taken just a few hours after surgery. I very vaguely also remember this. All I remember is opening my eyes and seeing my mom, my dad, and my daughter. And my daughter brought over some flowers and then admitted to me that she had cried and was hoping that I was going to be alive. And she handed me the flowers, and I couldn't open my eyes. But I remember putting them up to my face and smelling them and telling her that they smelled so beautiful. But I remembered that I could not open my eyes. I opened them only for a second just to see who was there. And I think by the second time I opened my eyes, my dad was gone, and it was just my mom and Talia, and I think they hung out for a few hours and pretty much just watched me sleep. Because I was pretty much asleep for the first 10 hours after surgery. I wasn't awake at all. And eventually they left around like, I don't know, 3 or 4 o'clock. But they just sat there by me and I think watched TV and were on their phones and just was there and present. I don't know where my dad went. I don't even know what time. 7 o'clock. I am 12 hours out of surgery. I'll just try and tell you from the beginning, I'm really tired. When I got here, they were prepping me. They were taking pictures of my feet and my back, something about pressure points. And then they had to swab my nose with this orange stuff that I guess prevents bacteria in the surgery room. I had all great nurses. Everybody was super friendly and nice. And my doctor, he was great. He's awesome. He's a great guy. And I went into surgery, and basically I've just been out of it. I'm keeping this really short because I'm exhausted. I've got like 4 or 5 stitches on my stomach. Sorry, I gotta focus on my heart rate. My heart rate's been very low. This thing counts my heart rate. Oh. So right now it's 49, which isn't the best. It should be at 60, but it's better than it was before, which was like late 20s, early 30s, which is really bad. So it's kind of fluctuating between 30s and 40s, but it seems to be slowly going up. It took me a while to get my first pee. Probably 30 minutes of sitting, and then even then it was like dribble, stop, dribble, stop, dribble, stop. It was weird. I've walked twice already. The first time I almost passed out on the hallway, so they had to give me a chair and roll me back to my room. The second walk I just had not too long ago, I was able to get all around. I haven't thrown up yet, but I've been extremely nauseous, but I'm being very good with the nausea medication. And then I also have to help expand my lungs with this thing here. That's when, you know, my heart rate's going low. When I do deep breathing, it seems to help. But I've basically been sleeping all day. They gave me Dilaudid. They just gave me Percocet a few minutes ago, so I'm not going to be awake too much longer after this. But this thing, I have to go into it, if I can, 10 times an hour and get it to where the blue line is. Like this. Oh. It's supposed to help me with burping and coughing. And then just to give you an example, I've only been able to have 3 of these with medicine today, which I was surprised. It wasn't just IV medicine, it's pills they have me taking too, which I'm shocked about, so I've been chewing them. I hate that noise. Oh, I have to take very small sips. But I'll post pictures of what my stomach looks like. My mom, dad, and Talia were here right away, which I honestly did not want. You know, I love that they came to visit, but like, I couldn't even open my eyes to see them. And I was just so tired, and I'm still so tired. So I'm going to go back to sleep because I can barely keep my eyes open. Again, no food yet. I don't even want food, to be honest with you, because I'm so scared to eat. I knew that would happen. But everything's been going pretty good except for my low heart rate. And it seems to only go off when I'm falling asleep. It should be in the late 50s, early 60s, but it's at 40 something right now. Like, basically when you hear the beep, that's when it's at 39. But yeah, I'm
not able to open my eyes no more like that, so I'm just going to end this video. Thank you to anybody sending me messages. I'm not. My daughter, I know she's left like a post or something, but I'm not in a shape to even look at messages. I literally just opened my phone, pressed play, because I promised I'd be as transparent about this as possible. Trying to think if there's anything else I've missed. Just very dizzy. Stomach is in a ton of pain. And burping, and I have this painful gas feeling up here, but the more I walk, the more it's supposed to go away. And they did give me my ulcer medicine and a few other medicines that I'm supposed to be having. So everything seems to be going well. But I'm just done talking right now, so hopefully I feel a little bit better tomorrow, because I'm supposed to be getting discharged tomorrow. If my heart rate's still low, I don't think they're going to discharge me until maybe the next day. But thank you, everybody, sending out, prayers, messages. So far I made it through. I mean, it's still a 30-day thing, you know what I mean? Because anything could happen from here. They say to 30 days from now. So I just need to be very careful about everything I do. No bending over, no bending period, and not to sip too fast, swallow too fast, and just pretty much use that oxygen thing and burp as much as I can as well, and get the gas out. But I'm going to sleep now. I'll try and take another video tomorrow. If I'm feeling any better, I'll put my scars on the video. If not, I have pictures I can attach them to the video. Alright, thank you everybody for your prayers. So far I've made it out the first 24 hours. First 12 hours. I'm so tired. Alright, have a good one, guys. So it's day 2, the morning of day 2. I'm still using my thing here to clear my lungs because I do feel a little cloggy. And I'm still drinking out of these very small cups for just to take down medicine. I was surprised that they let you swallow pills this quick after surgery, but I wasn't comfortable with that, so I chewed all the pills and then swallowed with some little water, but like tiny sips. I'm not hungry. I just have small chest pains from gas. I could definitely feel like I need to cough more because there's stuff in my lungs, but it just hurts too much to forcefully cough or even accidentally cough. It hurts in the incision areas. I might be getting discharged on day 2. I was able to walk the whole square of the corridor without help. And the first time I tried walking, I couldn't make it up the hallway before somebody had to grab a chair because I was gonna pass out. But yeah, they're just keeping me drugged up, and I've just been sleeping, and every time they come to give me medicine, I take that chance to pee because they gotta unhook me from all this stuff. I'm just so scared to cough, it hurts. But I think my mom, or my whole family might be visiting again today. And then my mom and my daughter are taking me home after the incident that happened with my dad. I just don't want to deal with it. So, but I'm gonna go back to sleep now. I've pretty much just been sleeping and out of sleep. I can't talk too loud because I had tubes down my throat. I was only able to whisper the first day. Now I can talk a little, but I still can't talk in like a normal voice. And yeah, everything is going pretty well. One of my friends just said bring some of the drugs home. We'll be doing that for sure. For show. Doing that for show. But I just wanted to update you guys that my heart rate's doing better now. I'm able to walk around now. I can get up and use the restroom by myself now. But just still the whole abdomen area where they did the nerve blockers on the side, which is where I could tell from the anesthesiologist. And then just general abdomen area is just still in a lot of pain. It was like a 10 when I got out. When I first woke up from it, I couldn't talk, so I was like tapping on the bed trying to tell people to give me medicine. And then they had to make me talk to ask for it, which was so hard when I was right out of it because they had just pulled the tube out of my throat. But he did give it to me, and I remember this rush and just going back to sleep. And right now they have those things on my legs that inflate, putting pressure on my calves so I don't have any blood clots. I'm taking blood clot shots. I'm taking medicine to prevent ulcers, which is a really important thing because that's how some people can die from the surgeries, forming an ulcer and around, stomach area. So I'm just taking medicine as it needs to be taken and doing these breathing tests as I can. It definitely hurts to inhale fully. And yeah, I'm tired. I'm really, really tired. I'm just in a ton of pain. And I pretty much see myself being in bed pretty much all week. So, yeah, but it's good news. My heart rate's up, but I'm gonna go back to sleep now. And when I get energy, like when I'm home, I'll stand up and show my incision sites. It is gotta be Wednesday. I want to say it's around 6 in the morning. So, and they last gave me drugs at 2. So I think I have to wait a little bit longer before I can get some more, but yeah, it's just the stomach. Stomach's in pain. It's in pain a lot. But I can't wait to go home and take a shower. My dad was nice enough to get me like a shower chair. I'm gonna use that shower chair just so I could just sit in the shower. Hopefully we'll see. I might not be able to take one. I think I have to take sponge baths at first actually. But I'll ask when the doctor gets here. But for now I'm just gonna go back to sleep. And if you ever do get this surgery, a good tip that somebody gave me was bring chapstick. Oh my god, I needed it so bad. So I just been putting it on and on and on and on. But after the tube got taken out, it was just like, oh nice. Just more nice messages. Thank you everybody that are writing me. I appreciate it, It just sucks. Like I just don't have the energy to open up each message. I barely have the energy to make this right now, but I said I was gonna do it so other people can see my experience. But I was one of the lucky ones to get a room to myself. I guess there's people that have 2 to a room. So I'm very blessed there. Because my whole backside is showing with this stupid hospital gown. It's embarrassing. I have a robe, which helps, but when you're plugged into so much stuff, going in and out of the robe can be irritating. But yeah, alright, I'm going back to sleep now. I'll keep you guys updated. So this is my mom and Talia driving me home, and like I said, a robe and chapstick for this surgery is most important. So that was my surgery process. I filmed as much as I could to show you everything that happened and explained everything that happened that I didn't film. And my next video that I post is going to be on day 1 through 7. Whatever I didn't film, I will be filling in the blanks with a notebook that I wrote down every single symptom
that happened every day from day 1 to 7. So you are fully informed what the first week is like. So I hope you enjoyed this video of seeing me at my worst. But again, I'm being as transparent to help people that need the encouragement to go through with the surgery and change their lives. And I do not regret the surgery. I know a lot of people say they have a regretful feeling after surgery. I did not have that, because I just know how much down the line this is going to make a huge difference in my life. So I'm just here to encourage others and fill in the details so you see exactly what it's like as the best of my ability that I can when I was awake and when I was allowed to film.